Shit. What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we're back on Gran Turismo Sport. We're not dead. Well, I'm not dead. It's been a few days since I've uploaded. It's been a bit hectic. I'll explain that towards the end of this episode. But today we're back on Gran Turismo Sport because Gran Turismo Sport got a huge update, as you can quite clearly see. I am yet to even play this. This is why this screen is currently what I'm seeing. I haven't touched this at all. Like, I haven't touched it at all. I really don't know what there is, but as you can see, there's lots of cars. I keep praising Gran Turismo Sport for its amazing DLC rollout, and that is really no different. As we can see, there's a GT40, a DB11, an old M3, an R33, as well as a bunch of GT cars in this update. They keep coming out with just absolute mad content updates, and all of this is completely free. The game has no microtransactions. The game has no paid. It's just literally you pay for the game and you get all of this. I don't know how or where they're getting the money from. I don't know how this works, but that is mad for a game that has no microtransactions. As well as that, we also have Tsukuba, so we're probably going to end up going on to Tsukuba. I probably said that wrong, don't blaze me. As well as a bunch of new GT Leagues and Scape stuff which have been added. There's actually a bit ridiculous how much is being added to Gran Turismo. I'm always wowed every time I come onto this game. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go to the brand central screen, have a look through the new cars. I imagine a lot of people have already done a lot of these in terms of videos and stuff, but I kind of want to look at the Beamer, and I also kind of want to look at the R33, and I'm going to pick which one we're going to use in a minute. If it's the E36 which they've added, which I think it is, I might use that for reasons I'll explain later. No, it's the E30 which they've added. That's still really fucking cool though. So it's the E30 which they've added. Still a really, really cool car. To be honest, I think I'd rather have the E30 over the E36. There's a reason why I said I'd rather want an E30. So that's a different story for a different day. I'm not sure whether I want to take this sideways or whether I want to go ahead and race the R33. That is the kind of dilemma I'm in right now. Since I'm here and I'm at the dealership and I've got the money for this, I'm going to go ahead in this video do the E30. If you want to see another video on the R33, and granted if this video does well in terms of views and stuff, I can go ahead and do that in a separate video. For this video, I think we're going to go ahead and mess around with this M3. It's a bit mad that like a few years ago you could buy these cars for dirt cheap. If you tried to find any M3 now, like which is an E30, it's gonna run you back so much money, and it's really sad because I really like this car. If I had enough money, like as a project car, I actually would buy one, like genuinely would buy one, because they are really, really nice cars. But just how much they've gone up in the past few years, in the past 10 years specifically, you could pick those up in the UK at least for literally dirt cheap, like hundreds of pounds, and now you're gonna struggle to find one that's like below 3 grand in good condition. Hey, we ain't just a racing channel, I'm giving you consumer advice. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and change the color of things because I don't really like the black. I think the black looks a bit weird. Now, one problem I've noticed like immediately if we change the color is those kind of red outlines completely go, and that's not really exactly a huge problem, but it's a bit weird. It looks like almost like the plastic trim has disappeared almost. I've got something with that red, you know, that red and white on this E30. They just look really, really nice. I feel like the white looks really, really nice, but then the red also looks really, really nice. Oh, I've got like this kind of flaky red, this special flaky red, which makes it look really, really nice. Oh, even the purple. I know that colour was on the E36 M3 as a stock colour. That looks pretty, even the blue. There's a lot of, I mean, everything looks nice on this car, but you know what? Just because, like, why not? Why not do it? We're going to make that purple. Don't really see, I don't think I've ever seen an E30 in that colour, even though the E36 is actually, like, it's actually come in that colour. I really like that. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I shouldn't like it. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. So we can change the trim there. Okay, so we're just going to make that black then, just so it doesn't look completely weird. Oh, I don't know. I still like the red. Obviously, there's bits of purple still, but I'll sort that out in a minute. I do still like the red with the black. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to go for the red instead. We're going to go for the red instead. Now, in terms of rim choice, I don't really want to change them because I do quite like the stock rims on this car. But we can quickly have a scroll with the rims I have. I honestly haven't been playing much of this game just because I've had such a lack of time. That's probably why you've noticed there hasn't been many uploads on the channel recently. But don't worry, that's all going to come to an end soon. And again, kind of like I predicted, really. There's nothing really here which stands out other than maybe some of the basic T37s and stuff. But I don't really like the look of it. I much prefer kind of the normal BBS RS type look. So that's exactly what we're going to go ahead and do, and I might lower it a bit just so it looks a bit more flush to the arches. But I think that's pretty much it in terms of like the painting and the customization. I don't really want to sit here and actually do a livery because I'll be here for literally ages, and obviously I don't want this video to go over too long. So we're going to save that. And we're going to take it to Monza and take it sideways stock, and we're going to see where it places on our little board we've got, and then maybe in the next video we can go ahead and go to Scuba and you know, race the R33 in the next episode. But for this episode I want to get this sideways. Now one thing I want to quickly address, because I kind of mentioned it ever so slightly earlier on, was what I was talking about with the E36. So essentially, if you've been following the channel, you'll know one of my more recent uploads was talking about a project car I'm going to be doing in the future, this summer more specifically. And the E36 is actually one of those. It's kind of going through the period of what the E30 went through about 10 years ago. It's slowly going up in price, but they're dirt cheap right now if you kind of find a banged up one. So that's kind of why I mentioned it earlier on. It would have been nice to see if it was in this game. Obviously it won't be an M3 or anything, the one I actually get, but that was the reason why I mentioned it. It was because, you know, the crossover and stuff. You can tell it's going through a similar thing because the actual M3 version of the car is worth a load more than the normal 3 Series version, but soon enough the prices are going to go up and it's going to be in such demand, and both versions of the car, whether it's an M3 or not an M3, are both going to be ridiculously priced. Now I'm interested to see what this is going to be like, because if anyone here has played Assetto Corsa, you will know that this is one of the easiest cars to drift in that game. Like, it's one of the cars that when I'm using my wheel I always go to because it's just very easy. It's very easy to use and transition into, and I'm pretty sure it's the M3 Evo version. It's like this version of the car. So it's going to be interesting to see if it's the same in Gran Turismo. I can only assume it would be because it's a simulator and so is Assetto Corsa. They're both hardcore simulators, or well, hardcore. So hopefully, I'm hoping that it won't get anywhere near, like, obviously the drift car does. Like, we got 9.2 in that Falcon drift car, but I've got a feeling it's going to give a good run for that Supra. I do genuinely think so. Now, I've got a bit of a problem off the bat, is I've got no headphones on, so I can't actually hear the car, so that's a bit of a problem. Right, so traction control's off, so we're not going to make that same mistake again. I'm kind of just going to flick it in, and the throttle control's a bit weird. Ugh, get sideways. The lack of power is definitely a thing, 100% a thing. But that is easy to drift. That is really, really easy to drift. And that was a shit run. There's 100% a lack of power, which we obviously haven't had with the Supra or the Viper that we've tried previously. Hold it. No, it's off. Shit. Obviously the Supra, I didn't realise I was going to do this as a continuous thing, so that car was customised and it was more powerful, and the Viper is ridiculously powerful as it is, and then the drift car, the BRZ, was already customised. So this is kind of the first proper stock car that's going to go on the board. Going to bring it down. It's all about keeping the angle. If you keep a good angle for all of this, you probably could get around 8K. I genuinely believe so, but I'm just shit at this game. If we go ahead and just stop here so we can have a look at the interior and stuff. Again, it's just classic Gran Turismo. Keep in mind I'm not on the PS4 Pro, I'm on the normal PS4. And it just looks so nice with the Alcantara wheel and stuff. If I go out to the back, you can see in that paint, it looks just really nice. Alright, go on, keep it going, keep it going. Oh, so this is what I mean, it's just in the drift. That was like the best time. No, it's not gonna. It's 7.5. That is mad. It was almost locked in the drift. That was a bit weird. If I exit now, I'm pretty sure it's only like 1,000 off the Supra with like hundreds of less horsepower. That's a bit ridiculous. I reckon we can beat the Viper in this. I genuinely believe, give me a few more goes, I can beat the Viper in this. Now, obviously, there's like no chance in hell it's ever going to get close to the BRZ, because that is literally a certified race car. But if I get the angle right, and if I keep this going, keep it going, having used this on other simulators and stuff, that's the vibe I'm getting from this right now. Like, it's just a car which teaches the driver, especially for drifting. Like, there's nothing's been done to this car. It's on comfort hards with traction control off, and that is literally all I've done. I didn't even change the ride height. But look, like, if you get the right angle, it will go around the whole corner sideways. Like, it will. All about that fucking angle. Come on. And lead it. Nah, it's too wide. That's how I like my bitches, though. Wide. It's all about this entry flick. If you get that entry flick right, it will just keep going. There we go. That's what we want. If we just keep the back end, keep... Oh! 8,000 is pretty much the score to beat, and I'm not stopping until I beat it. And I didn't stop. In fact, I went for a very long time, and eventually we finally got this. This could be it. Oh, it just hasn't got the legs. It just hasn't got the legs. Right, keep, and into the drift. No, it's done it. Is that, surely that was enough. It's managed to beat the Viper, and it's not even that far of the Supra. I reckon if I stayed here for another 10 minutes, I could probably beat the Supra, to be quite honest. That E30 is very, very good, but just because I'm going to be fair, what I'll do in these videos is I'll only give 10 minutes of drifting time for each car, so I don't go overboard. I think third place is a very, very suitable place for that car on our little drifting leaderboard. And I'm surprised that it is actually the same in every game I've played. That is ridiculous. That is absurd to me that a car with such a little horsepower is so easy to get sideways. And it just goes to prove, really, that as long as your technique's good, you actually don't really need that much power. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go ahead, hit the like, subscribe. I did say I was going to quickly touch about the uploading towards the end of this video, so if you haven't made it this far, I'll quickly talk about it now, since I know a lot of people who will probably make it to the end of the video are actually interested in that type of thing. So uploads have been really weird recently. Basically, uni is kind of now coming towards the end where all the deadlines are. That's why this week has been a shit week for videos for me, and it's not like me not to upload. I love what I do. This is something which there's nothing brings me like this amount of joy than seeing people happy and wanting to watch my videos. Like, it sounds so stupid and cliche and like corny, but like YouTube's something which I genuinely really do care about. With the summer approaching, I think honestly the next week is probably going to be the last week of kind of weird uploading, and everything should go back to normal after that. I just want to apologize, like, if anyone does kind of like wait for my content and like hasn't seen it recently. That's literally just because of university. When I come back, I'm probably going to be uploading every other day, just because I want my videos to feel a bit more special than they did before when I was uploading daily. That's something I've learned, having not been uploading daily recently, is my videos do seem a bit more kind of special, and I noticed that the response I get to them is much better compared to when I was uploading every single day. So that's probably what I'm going to do, you know, in the future. And I guess this is a bit of an update that I wanted to bring to you guys who have made it all the way to the end of this video, because I don't imagine this video is going to do awfully well for views, nor do I really imagine, you know, the people who have casual viewers and casual fans are probably going to like watch this video anyway. So the people who watch the end of this video are probably going to be people who really actually are interested in my content and want to see stuff, and that is basically what's happening. I'm not going anywhere, I'm not dead, I'm not losing passion for YouTube. It's just the current situation I'm in, the current space I'm in. I've got to focus on getting this done. Once this is done, I'm finished till September, and it's going to be a breeze with so many games over the summer. But this is just something I wanted to say at the end of this video for those, you know, that are interested. And because, you know, we're going all in right now, I'll go ahead and do a bit of a giveaway. Not the type of person to do this kind of thing, to be honest. It's not something that I like to do. I'm not going to announce it anywhere. It's literally just for the end of this video. So the guys over at Need for Speed were actually kind enough to go ahead and send me a few of these, which is like, it's got a whole bunch of stickers. You can see a few Noise Bomb ones, a few Speed Hunters ones, and I've also got a bunch of these purple glitter stickers, which I'm going to be giving away over the next few videos. I've got a bunch more goodies and stuff that I want to give away, like playing cards and stuff from Need for Speed, and just stuff I've gathered over the past year of being involved in the Game Changers program. So yeah, what I'll say is just leave a comment. Just leave a comment that says I like pineapples, and what I'll do in a few days time, I'll announce it on my Twitter, so go ahead and follow me on my Twitter, and I'll give away a few of these and a few of these, and I think that'll be good, because I've got a lot of these and I don't really need all of them. So if you are interested, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Again, I can't appreciate you guys enough. I know giving this away isn't the best way of showing that, because only one person is going to get that. But like, I can't appreciate people watching the videos to the end like enough. I try to be as transparent as possible, and like I try to be as kind of community friendly and as friendly as possible. And I know I've been shit with replying to comments and stuff, but I just want to make it abundantly clear I'm not going anywhere, and this is just a temporary thing, and I'm here to stay, and I want to make this a full-time thing still, and my motivations haven't disappeared, and it's just something which I wanted to put at the end of the video. You know, when everyone's like at the end, if they're watching or not. It's just something that I kind of wanted to clear up. So with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And with that being said, that's it from me. If you did, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome, stay safe, and peace.